Before we get into the physical poses, let's do our usual opening, taking thumb into hand. Inhale as you raise your arms up. Leave your shoulders low. Breathing out through the mouth here. Breathing in through the nose. Hands together. 2 breaths. Arms up, and then hands behind the neck or in front of the neck, whatever works better for you. Full extension as you breathe in. Slow hands to heart, breathing out. And the breath at the heart. Lovely. We'll begin with the pickup practice. I invite you to take your socks off and move to standing. And of course, we're going to use the breath for these poses. So each of these takes a little bit of movement matched to breathing. So start with the arms hanging down by your sides, the feet parallel to each other, some awareness of your toes contacting the ground, your knees bent, and your ability to stand nice and tall, right through the crown of your head. Take a moment to make your posture even longer and taller than you thought it could be. And let's take one breath here. And we're going to move with the breath. We're going to open our arms out and up as we breathe in, bringing the arms above the head with the shoulders low. And then as we breathe out, we're going to bring the hands together and slowly pull hands towards the heart. And then we'll just keep moving that way rhythmically with our breath. So on your next breath in, let your arms come down and open them out and up above your head, breathing in. As you breathe out, bring your hands together and slowly to the heart. On your next breath in, imagine that you're drawing energy from the world around you. So you're using your hands to bring energy from the environment around you. Breathe in. Maybe even look up at those hands. What have you captured from the energy around you? And then as you breathe out, hands together coming to the heart. Let's do it again. A few more cycles. Make sure you breathe out fully each time. One more time. Move yourself to hands and knees. Bringing any cushion down underneath your knees that you need to have. Planting the hands so that they're underneath the shoulders with the fingers spread wide. Good. So a little cat-cow here, rounding, breathing in. Arching, breathing out. Working with the rhythm of your breath to move. As you do this, you can imagine yourself in the morning. Our bodies are a little bit more stiff after we've rested in bed. So you can just move to the degree that it works for you. You can keep it gentler, or you can start to make the movement a little larger, depending on how supple the body's feeling as you go. Let's do one more here. This pickup sequence works a little bit with that middle section of the sun salutation. So you'll recognize these next poses as we put them together. We're going to go from our hands and knees position to curling our toes and getting ready for a downward dog. Remembering the alternate for downward dog is simply to lengthen one leg, press your heel way away from you. Do one leg at a time. Or if you're up for down dog, spread those fingers, curl your toes, press your hips high up. And keep pushing your hips further and further back so that the arms are nice and long from the tip of your middle finger, your longest finger, all the way up to your hips. And maybe we play around here, a little bicycle, pressing one heel at a time towards the ground. Breathing any way that you need to. Really pushing those hips back again. Up high with the hips and far back. Good. Then come to plank pose. You might have to shift the distance between your hands and your feet to make a comfortable plank. This could be full plank with your knees off the ground, or it could be plank with the knees down on the ground to help you up. Your choice. Whichever one you've chosen, we're now going to use the strength of the arms. We're bending the elbows, slowly bringing ourselves towards the floor. Then taking ourselves into a cobra, keeping the hands underneath the shoulders, tucked nice and close beside the chest. Elbows tucked in, press your pubic bone into the mat and start to lift your chin, your chest off the ground. It doesn't have to be a big motion, just making that curved, gentle back bend shape. And bring yourself back to hands and knees. And we'll do it again. A little cat-cow. Follow your breathing here. Move with your breath. Then curl your toes into downward dog or the alternate. Pressing those hips as far back as they'll go. Bicycling the legs if you like that. Starting to notice how you're doing in the back of the legs. Then transitioning to plank. Either full plank or knees down. Use the strong arms, bending the elbows to bring your head towards the floor. Press your pubic bone into the mat. Your hands underneath your shoulders, your elbows tucked in. Start to lift your eyes, chin, chest, and breathe. Bring the head back down. Push back up to hands and knees. We'll do one more cycle of all of those ones. Cat-cow. Matched to your breathing. When you're ready, downward dog or the alternate, stretching one leg out at a time from the hands and knees position. Breathe as you need to here. Remembering you can come down onto forearms if you're starting to find this is too much for your wrists. And transition to plank. Full plank, or knees down plank. Bend those elbows. Press your pubic bone into the mat. Start to lift chin and chest. One breath here. Slowly come down. And push yourself back to hands and knees. Well done. Turn over onto your back. So this is still part of the pickup sequence. It's the last part of it. Bring yourself onto your back. Take your hands onto your knees. So your knees have come towards your chest, but your hands are positioned on the knees. And start to use your hands to make your knees go in a circle. Maybe you notice a little bit of back massage that happens as you circle your knees and change directions. Breathe as you need to. Excellent. Turn yourself onto your side. Push yourself up to sitting. Feel the core supporting you so that your spine can be tall and extended. And take your thumb into your hand. Inhale and raise. 2 easy breaths. In through the nose. All the way out through the mouth. Hands behind or in front of the neck. Extension, breathing in. Hands to heart, breathing out. Breath. Namaste.